Hello, welcome to LC Screen Talk. My name is Larry, and this is my review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell, turtle power. Cowabunga! So, does this film deliver a big ol' cowabunga to the audience? Not quite. I think we have an identity crisis on our hands with the newest edition of those lovable turtles that happen to be ninjas. The latest attempt to bring the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles back to the big screen really suffers from this divide in tone. At its core, this is obviously a property meant for children and aims at those children with humor, gags, and awesome action. But today's age, we can no longer have films that solely aim at such a small audience. That is why Pixar has been such a success and really ingrained themselves in everyone's heart worldwide. Because not only do they appeal to those young children, but they give the adult audience something that we really enjoy watching as well. So, the latest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie has a lot of kiddie stuff throughout, including a fart joke and, nonsense and antics throughout the whole film, but it tries to look dark and capture that dark feeling that is so popular thanks to Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy. And that really does the film a disservice. So I'm going to jump in to what I enjoyed the most about the film. One, I thought the turtles looked really good. I know everyone has a problem with those nostrils. They are a little freaky, but once you're in, you just kind of take it for what it is, accept the turtles for how they look, and they are really well done. I also thought we did have some fun action throughout the film. The action sequences were done really well. They didn't overdo the slow-mo. They didn't overdo quick shots and craziness. The beginning of the film, I thought that the action was going to be shot really shaky because that's how we were first introduced to it, but I think they smoothed it out as the film went along, so I was very thankful for that. I also think there are some fun gags, and I think, there is some nice comedy, some nice references, obviously, back to the original cartoons and the original films that are really fun for the older audiences to grasp onto. And I do know that a small member of my family loved the movie. So the young audience is really going to latch on to this film and this franchise and really identify with those Ninja Turtles. I also thought the voice acting was pretty well done as well. It wasn't amazing. We didn't have like Andy Serkis motion capture with faces on the turtles and Splinter, but I thought it was well done. Didn't really take me out of the film, so good job on that front. And I think they did a good job of trying to capture the vocal essence of the original Turtles. For just about everything else that I didn't really love. First of all, I thought for as good as the Turtles looked themselves, I thought Splinter looked terrible. I don't know what he was. He did not fit in, whether he was just with the turtles or whether he was interacting with humans. None of it. He just didn't look good at all. They should have spent much more time on trying to make Splinter look real. He didn't look like a rat at all. He just, I don't know. He didn't look good. Plain and simple. Outside of the voice work on the turtles, the acting obviously was not very great. Megan Fox, I'm sorry. You still struggle to deliver lines, and that is definitely the case here. Again, I'm not going to harp too much on the acting because I don't think it was terrible, but it definitely didn't enhance the film at all. The same thing with the writing, which I think actually was a detriment to the overall film. There were some really bad lines, some real cheesy stuff that was thrown in that wasn't, I don't think, meant to be that cheesy. And even the stuff that was meant to be really cheesy or kid humory was just kind of terrible. So the writing was a major problem with the film where you were just like, some cringe-worthy moments throughout. And again, the biggest problem is that it just didn't know where to commit. Do we want to be a kids movie that has winks for adults. We want to be this dark action take on the kids franchise and really remix it, and kids will still come because they really like the Turtles, and they didn't know which one to go with, so the whole thing was kind of like this juggling mess. And I think ultimately a kid-friendly film did win out. This is very friendly for the kids, and like I said, I think kids will love this movie. They will totally go with it. They will think the Turtles are awesome. They'll think the action is awesome. They'll think it's hilarious. I think kids will love it. So I definitely recommend, if you have kids, this is a great movie for them. But it's good enough. I think that's why I don't want to be too harsh on the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, because I think while it's confused, it still delivers a pretty entertaining movie. You do get bored. That's the unfortunate part, is as it moves along, you do kind of get bored, and it does kind of go through the motions, and, you know, but the action sequences are pretty well shot. They're pretty cool. The Shredder Splinter fight scene was pretty awesome, I thought, even though even in that Splinter looked pretty terrible. And like I said, the Turtles looked cool. I don't think that they were really well developed, though, as characters, of course. None of the characters were developed really at all, so that's what you get when you go see a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, though. So the characters were developed, and I thought the Turtles, they had some of that identity back from the original movies, but they just didn't, they weren't able to fully capture the essence of the Turtles and each of their personalities. I think Michelangelo got the most, you know, star time, and the rest were kind of just there. Yeah, Michelangelo is definitely meant to be like the fan favorite of this film. That's why I don't want to judge it too hard. It is what it is. I knew what I was getting myself into when I walked into the theater to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that's basically what I delivered, is a shallow film with giant turtles running around, cracking meh jokes as they kick some butt. And that's what it delivers. So, do I recommend it? I do recommend it if you have small children. Really, any kid up to like age 12 will really enjoy this film, I think. So if you have one of those, definitely go see it. If you're older and don't have that, I would say this is a rental. If you're a huge fan of the old series or the old movies, I definitely say wait for the rental, because it does not deliver to the nostalgia factor, and like I said, it does not capture that essence of that old childhood favorite that we all have. So definitely wait for rental, and if you're not a fan of the old one, then you don't have kids, this might be a skip altogether, because I don't know that you'll really enjoy it all that much. It does skew young. That has been my review of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't be afraid to subscribe down below and check out my other videos. So, I love you for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!